good afternoon. Welcome to Growing for Good with Funding for Good. I am coming to you from a very snowy North Carolina today, sitting on my front porch, drinking my hot tea, recording some videos. Today I want to talk to you about how to hear what program officers are saying. And that might seem silly to some people, but you would be surprised the people that I speak with that I say, did you call and ask the program officer that question? Or they'll ask me, what should I do about this? Or how should I respond to this? Or what do you think they're looking for with this question? And I'll say, well, did you ask the program officer? And most of the time they're like, no, I didn't want to call them. I'm not in the head of a program officer. I didn't create their applications. I have no idea what they're looking for in every single question they ask. I do have a lot of experience and I can tell you if I've written that specific application or worked with that specific foundation. But more often than not, what I tell people is you need to pick up the phone and call the program officer and have a conversation with them and accept their feedback, whatever it happens to be, even if it's not what you are hoping to hear. I had somebody once who said, they got really mad because they didn't get funded, and it was not a huge grant, but they said that the program officer encouraged them to apply, and then they were mad when they didn't get funded. And I said, well, it's not the program officer's job to tell you if you're going to get funded. They don't make that decision. That's the board of directors' decision of the foundation. It's the job of the program officer to tell you if they feel like your program or project might have a good chance of being funded at their particular foundation because of past history or what the foundation has said that they're looking for, or if they've changed their priorities based on those things. And if you qualify to apply, they cannot tell you not to apply. So that is a very important thing to hear. If you qualify, regardless of if they think you're going to get funded, they cannot say to you, I wouldn't waste my time. You shouldn't put an application in. They're going to say to you something along the lines of, if you would like to submit an application, then your organization qualifies. Now, that's when you need to hear what the program officer is telling you. I remember working with a lady that was a program officer for several years at a foundation here, and I asked her, what do you think about this project? And she said, that is not typically the type of thing that our board has historically funded. I don't know that they would consider funding it now, but you qualify if you would like to submit an application. And I said to myself, nope, not going to qualify, or not going to submit because that's a waste of my time. She said to me everything I needed to hear, but she couldn't tell me not to apply because I qualified, right? If a program officer says to you, we really liked your application. Let's say you're calling for feedback, right? You didn't get funded, or you didn't get funded at the level that you thought you would get funded. And you call, and the program officer says, we really liked your application. The board just felt like they would like to see more thorough evaluation methods, or more accountable goals and objectives, or they'd really like to see you become a little more stable financially before they consider funding your program. The inappropriate response is to try to defend those things because you cannot change the fact that you didn't get funded this year. So there's no need to argue or get mad or get upset or say, but if I'd have known this or that, right? It's too late at this point. The only thing that is productive at that point for you to say is, I really appreciate your feedback. Would it be advisable if we're able to do X, Y, and Z next year to reapply? That's the appropriate thing to say. I know sometimes it's hard because you feel like, why didn't they tell me that in the beginning? Or if I had known, I could have made it different. Or maybe I shouldn't have wasted my time applying. But listen to what the program officers are telling you. They are trying to be helpful. Okay? That's their job, is to create really great opportunities for the foundation to support programs and projects that they were created to fund. They want to know their dollars are making an impact. They don't want to fund your existence. They want to fund your impact. Quote Beth Brodowski. But they do want to know their dollars are making a difference. So they're going to make the best possible choices that they can. And part of that is, as they get to know you and your programs and your projects, giving you feedback and allowing you an opportunity to either apply or not apply in the future, but with knowledge. So I encourage you to try to be very open-minded. And if you can't be, maybe you're not the person that needs to call and ask for feedback. Or maybe you're not the person to call and have that initial conversation. Maybe you're an amazing grant writer, but you don't have a great rapport with people on the phone, or maybe you just don't take feedback well. And you need to be able to acknowledge that as an individual and know I should not be the person to call that foundation or that person, or I should not be the person to make these phone calls. Let me enlist the help of someone else. And that's perfectly acceptable. Not everybody's good at everything, and if you're an amazing grant writer, then maybe you need to ask for a little help in that particular area. But I encourage you to listen to what the foundations say, to implement their feedback, and move forward in a positive way so you can secure more funds for your organization in the future. Thank you so much for joining us today for Growing for Good with Funding for Good. Hope to see you on another vlog soon.